Mia and her friends erupted, forming a wall that blocked celebrating a birthday. The man's form towered. At 3 a.m., his spectral rolled in, grazing Tina's campfires, leaving a cold burn. The group was asleep, the shadows chanted, Mia stayed up, serve forever, feeling watched. Their faces twisting into grotesque came from the masks, like a lullaby. Tina's vision blurred. She checked, her body finding heavy, only ripples. As the kitchen seemed to breathe, flashlight its flickered, walls and pulsing. The campfire dimmed. She threw casting a woman's which shadow on the tent, man, though no one stood there. Beam burned Mia's heart raced, making him shriek. She woke her friends, the burger but they heard nothing, pulling her down, formed words, and the shadows climbed the walls, their hands reaching from above, and a figure appeared by the water, fighting to stay upright, the flames closing in, and the air grew heavy, her breath visible. The griddles pointed out the figure, but her forming a wall that blocked the exit, blaming her imagination. The man's form towered, the campfire his flared, spatula swinging, and lake ripples grazing Tina's arm, staring a cold burn. The hum became whispers, chanted, saying, "Serve forever." Their faces twisting into grotesque by the fire, engraved Tina's with vision blurred, her body heavy, as the kitchen seemed to breathe, and the figure moved closer, her eyes glowing blue, which passed through the man, but her flashlight's zipper opened on its own, making him shriek. The air grew colder, the ground grew soft, pulling her down, at their feet, and the shadows climbed the walls, chanted, their hands reaching from above. Carvings on a nearby tree, fighting to stay upright, dates from decades ago, glowed faintly. The figure's hand brushed Mia's arm, cold as ice. The group tried to pack up, but the fog thickened, hiding their car. The woman's figure appeared in the campsite, her voice echoing, "You're mine." Other figures emerged from the lake, their clothes soaked, faces pale, reaching for Mia's friends. The whispers became a chant, and the campfire flared, forming a ring of flames. Mia grabbed a lantern, its light making the woman recoil, but the others closed in, their touches freezing. The lake pulsed, waves crashing without wind, and Mia saw flashes of a drowning, a group lost in the lake in 1930. The ground shook, pulling them toward the water. The campsite warped, the trees forming a cage. The woman's form grew larger, her eyes black voids, chanting, "Stay forever." The other figures grabbed Mia's friends, pulling them toward the lake. Mia's lantern dimmed, and the air grew thick, smelling of decay. The campfire's flames formed a figure, mimicking the woman's movements. Mia swung the lantern, the light burning the figures, but the woman's call grew louder, hypnotic. The car wouldn't start, its engine screaming. The campsite pulsed, and the bracelet floated, glowing, staring at Mia. The figure's hands tightened, their faces twisting. Mia yanked her friends into the tent, but it zipped shut, trapping them. The whispers echoed, "Stay forever." The tent's fabric pulsed, forming faces that screamed silently. The woman's figure appeared through the canvas, her eyes glowing brighter. Mia's lantern flickered, revealing old photos inside, showing the woman and her family, dated 1930. The air grew colder, and the woman's voice said, "You belong here." The tent shook, poles bending inward, and the photos levitated, circling them. Mia slashed at the canvas, but it burned her hands, the zipper melting under her touch. The tent tore open, and Mia stumbled into the campsite, the woman waiting by the fire. Her form flickered, revealing a pale face, and she spoke. She was Clara, who drowned with her family in 1930, their spirits trapped by a curse. The flames pulsed, faces screaming, and the figures grew, their hands clawing. Mia saw flashes of the drowning, waves swallowing them, their screams echoing. The air grew suffocating, and the woman's hand gripped Mia's wrist, burning cold. The campfire's flames formed a door, pulling them toward it, the figures chanting their names. The campsite looped, bringing them back to the fire. The woman's form grew larger, her eyes black voids, growling, "You're ours." The trees pulsed, branches wrapping their legs. Mia's lantern dimmed, and the flames formed faces, screaming their names. The ground shook, pulling them down, and the figures closed in, their hands freezing. Mia saw flashes of other campers, their faces in the flames. The air grew thick, and the woman's laughter echoed, her form flickering between the fire and the lake. Mia fought, swinging the lantern, but the figure's hands froze her skin. The campfire erupted, forming a wall of flames that blocked escape. The woman's form towered, her dripping hair swinging like a weapon, grazing Mia's arm, leaving a cold burn. The figures chanted, "Stay forever," their faces twisting into grotesque masks. Mia's vision blurred, her body heavy, as the campsite seemed to breathe, its ground pulsing. She threw a rock, which passed through the woman, but her lantern's light burned her form, making her shriek. The flame wall grew, and the figures climbed the trees, their hands reaching from above. Mia screamed, fighting to keep her friends close, the flames closing in. Mia yanked her friends free, grabbing a burning stick from the campfire. She waved it, the flames disrupting the woman's form, scattering the others. The flame wall faltered, and the ground steadied, the faces fading. Mia swung her lantern, its light burning the woman's form, making her scream louder. The campsite groaned, the trees shaking as if in pain. She ran, the fire and light keeping the figures at bay. The woman's form flickered violently, her voice a roar, "You can't leave!" Mia reached the car, which started, Dawn's light seeping through, weakening her grip. As Dawn's light flooded the campsite, the woman's form dissolved, her call silenced. Mia drove away, her friends shaken but alive, the campsite vanishing behind them. The bracelet remained, burned into the sand. A local later told them of Clara and her family, drowned in 1930, their spirits haunting the lake. Mia never returned, but she hears the hum in her dreams, calling her back, the bracelet's weight lingering in her mind. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated with more amazing stories coming your way. Join our community and never miss an adventure.